which means for their growth, nutrition, healing, protection, fulfillment.
I'm cutting this. I have too much squash, so I'm gonna dehydrate this and make some lasagna.
Human sentiment, which can cause so many errors in communication there.
Turn to Christ letters.
You will be able to transcend your baggage. You will be able to meditate and draw upon Father, Mother, Life. And you will feel new energy entering your system, giving you new buoyancy. You will laugh, be more playful, find happiness in little things, love the world, feel bringing gratitude for every little blessing entering your life. You will find the blessings multiplied in your experience and shower your daily path. How does the person behave who has come through the freedom from the ego? Eventually, such a person is totally free of fear. There will be absolute conviction that wherever he goes, he is protected. Although he may go through potentially dangerous experiences, he will emerge unscathed. He will know that he has no need of sword or gun to protect him. He is protected against every negative eventually wherever he is.
So much bacon going on in here.
Since you will know that
hello, first, yes. Hello, Joshua.
He will know that he will never want for things.
I'm making some, I have too much squash, so I'm making lasagna. I'm gonna dehydrate it.
For all things already received and will be received in the future. He knows that he will be guided to be the highest place.
Let's practice this.
He also knows that he can ask for whatever is needed and the response will come swiftly. But the asking will come from a spiritual enlightened center, and he will never seek for anything selfishly, but will always pray for things.
Everything you need is within.
For his environment, community, family, and friends. He will have an open mind, knowing that truth is infinite, and whilst you may know much is always a further dimension to explore. That is what makes life in any dimension, even the celestial kingdom of consciousness, so exhilarating, purposeful. In his daily life, the enlightened soul will wake up with a mind empty of all but praise and thanksgiving. Eventually, he will be aware of the chores awaiting him and give thanks for the energy and willingness to perform these tasks. He will go away to do them without inner resistance or reluctance to start. As a result of this attitude and daily routine, he does not waste energy on resistance in any shape or form. If there is a special reason to resist some suggestion or coercion, he will do so calmly and reasonably, without magnetic emotional feeling of annoyance or rejection. He becomes
There's a lot of squash here.
Doing the right thing at the right moment. He possesses his soul in patience, waiting for guidance, waiting for the right doors to open, waiting for confirmation that any plans
be still and know I am God.
His mind, heart, and energy. He becomes a true man.
When you give God control, you rest like a baby.
He also takes on the feminine characteristic of universal love and becomes the embodiment of intelligent love or loving intelligence. She takes on a more masculine characteristic of strength and a strong.
So I turn my plantain into a cake.
If the structure is needed by a person, he or she will exhibit loving intelligence, and the person will be uplifted by his or her words. If healing is needed, he or she will demonstrate it.
Okay, let's see.
This is the goal to which I lovingly command you. The path to Christ consciousness he has outlined in these letters. When you achieve it, you will rejoice and say it was worth every moment of the rocky and bumpy times which will not be behind you forever. You will be free to climb into higher dimensions, each one bringing you experience and joy. You will become founders of a new order on earth, which will form the spirit of a new surge of spiritual evolution. When the spiritual evolution spreads to the general masses in many years to come, people will finally learn how to live in peace with one another. These things will surely come to pass. For the sake of such a future and sown within these words, whoever welcomes them.
Let me show you what I did with my plantains. So I had so much plantain. Hello. So I turned it into like a cake. That's what I did with my plantains.
Christ returns, speaks his truth. Letter 9.
It's really good.
Okay.
Like a cake. I put onions, an egg, different stuff in it. So I have beans here with tofu. That is delicious. I'm gonna turn this into a squash and zucchini.
Sensitive, clairaudient, obedient, and dedicated to God. Born to be the channel through whom I can watch the tumult of our active, eventful life and world events.
When a person is depressed, Honestly, I can only answer that according to what hold on, let me read.
Highly stressful conditions of modern living and new ways of relating to each other.
To be honest with you, I can only answer that from experience. There's a Bible verse that said, "Be still and know I am God." Right? It doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It's a time that you just got to surrender. And the things that keep us from surrendering is our pride, right? It's our attachment. We don't think it's pride. We just think it's normal. But if you look deep, deep, deep inside, right, you will realize that there is some form of attachment. Give me 1 second. Let me get my dehydrator. There's an attachment. But letting go, like from experience, when I was like severely depressed, like nothing was working, the more I fight to do things, the more my body fall apart, the more my mind fall apart, like everything was falling apart. So that Bible verse, "Be still and know I'm God," the more I surrender. I remember one time I was so sad and I'm like, "Lord, you've given me so many great ideas. Why can't it just be done?" All right. But I remember the Spirit saying, when that time come, you will, whatever you desire to do, when that time come, you will have more than what you need. But I had to let go. I had to surrender. I remember laying in the bed, like just dead, to be honest with you. Everything was dead, right? I'm laying in the bed and I'm like, what is this thing in my chest that just keep going? Nothing is working, but my heart just refused to stop. That's when something came in my head. Look up, read the book of Proverbs. So I was laying and I was like, "Alexa, play Proverbs." And Alexa played it. And I remember it came Proverbs, before action, right? So a lot of us take action without having the proper tools, right? When we talk about the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, all of that, that's just ideas. That's just things forming. This idea has to fully develop, right, before you can even go out there. So I'm saying all that to say, be still. When the Bible says seek, or when all great books say go within, seek ye to build the kingdom of God first, and all, not some, all other things will be added to you, and the kingdom is within. So seek to build you. Who are you? Right. So the more I went inside, I realized, hey, my guardian angel. Who's my guardian angel? It helps you get out of depression. Right. So you got to go within. When you go and you got to surrender. When you fully surrender, you will see that you'll be taken care of. Like all those fears that you have will be taken care of. But you have to go within. And then if you look at the angel series thing that I have on my thing, let me see. I even have some cards about it. Like the 72 guiding angels. Yeah. So if you look at them, like different ones, they have the human distortion. Every time I follow this, which is like, I call them the guidance of the galaxy, right? In Psalms 91 or somewhere, it will say, "I will send my angels to take charge over you." Yes, I will send my angels. You're welcome. My pleasure. I will send my angels to take charge over you. Find out who your guardian angel is. There's so many websites where you can find that out. Find out, and you will be amazed. Like, the reason I have so much peace, like I was mad at family, I was mad at myself, I was mad at my abilities. Like, I desire well, I mean well. Why is it not working? I came to realize no one owes us anything, right? But we have spiritual help. So when you keep your eyes on you and you go within, you got everything. Find out who your guardian angel is. Find out who your guardian angel is. Study about them. Meditate. Go within, and it's gonna work out. Trust me. This angel cards, when I read it, like sometimes I have to get myself back on track by reading it and see what's going on, right? Let's say the angel number 8. I think I'm gonna release that video tonight. Okay, so when you're functioning in your high self, right, there is divine blessings, there is gratitude, there is materialized of God's will, but you got to know what God's will is. You got to giving birth is like giving birth to a new idea. If you see a lot of videos on YouTube, they will tell you that we are walking into the portal, right? Like something is opening, the new consciousness, heaven will come to earth, but you got to purify. You got to raise your vibration to align in it. It says great capacity for work and active life, material wealth, in harmony with cosmic law. A lot of us are not in harmony with cosmic law. Like forget the politics, forget all of that. Cosmic law, you will walk this earth and can't nobody touch you. Let me see. Can you give me an example of how I should do? Find out your guardian angels. That's the main thing. If you Google using your date of birth, you find out your guardian angels, there is 3 main ones, right? 3 main ones. If you just find them out, you go in silence, you pray. Another thing I would say, eat healthy. I don't know if you eat healthy, but eat healthy, right? Because it just purify you more to go within, right? Or fast for like 1 day, 2 days, and seek. Talk to the spirit, whatever this spirit is, talk to it like you talking to me, right? Like just talk like the way I used to talk, because all I knew was Jesus, right? When I started cursing at Jesus, I was like, okay, I guess there's no going back, right? I'm saying this to say what? Talk. My prayers was, I don't know, I might get emotional when I say this, but my prayers for a long time was, let me not go crazy in the process of seeking you. I feel like that would be the ultimate betrayer, right? You're trying to follow God. You're trying to do the right thing. So you helped me a lot. I will leave. Yeah. I even went on a road trip. Like I was just going. But I remember even when I wanted to go on that road trip, my car was messed up, right? So I was like, Lord, if you want me to go, give me a car. Like if you want me to go, if you want me to just throw everything in the air and go. Guess what? My car that was messed up, it was parked outside. Some old 90-something-year-old man hit it. This man was blowing my phone up to call the police. He was blowing me up. Please, he was blowing me up. So I finally called. Make a long story short, I got a new car. Things will happen, right? As work, I started saying, I knew what I'm not gonna do. I'm not because I've worked, I've done things. I'm not compromising. I'm not making chop change, right? If you say you've given me talents, and I know God has given me talents, forget what society say. I know I care for people. I'm helping a lot of people every day. Nobody see it, but who cares who see it? God, you see it, right? You see it. Grant me what I need. Grant me. It works, right? It works. And I was laying on my Japanese mat because I slept on the Japanese mat. My sacral chakra was blocked, shame, pain, blame, all of that was going on right here. So I did some research and they said sleep on a Japanese mat. So I bought one. But I was laying on that Japanese mat where my current work right now, supposedly they dialed the wrong number. They were blowing my phone up. The amount of money that I asked, they gave it to me. I was like, okay, you know. But I'm saying to say, hello. Today I was diagnosed with clinical major depression. I also work at the hospital and I see a lot. I work at the hospital and I'm all over the hospital. I see so many people and I talk to everybody. There are co-workers because I'm so transparent that it make other people transparent. So my co-workers, if all of us were to talk out loud, we always joke around and say we would be locked down in the same clinic we work in. Right. I took medication. When I was taking medication, I kept asking the doctor, what does healing look like? What does healing look like? I'm worse than when I started. Right. But I already knew it wasn't for me. I'm not knocking those that it works for. I already knew it wasn't for me, but it's like Spirit said, just try again to confirm. And I tried, and I mean, it was terrible. But I'm saying that to say, I remember somebody say depression means deep rest. Like your body is desiring deep rest. There's another actor, I think Jim Carrey. He said depression is like when the ego or the whoever say fuck all the acting, right? Like it's tired. It's so many roles. Like even with my daughter now, Shadi, I'm helping you. You wanted to come to Earth, you here. I'm raising you, or I have done what I'm supposed to do. Go within and find your I am present, right? All that mother, daughter, wife, deaconess, business, ain't nobody got time for that. It's too many damn titles, right? It's too many damn titles. And all these titles, it's like they might not say this, that's multi personalities. That's what it is, right? You're trying when you go to work, you got to suppress this side of you to be this. When you go to church, you got to suppress this side of you to be this. When you go with your kid, this is me. I come like this. And with my little thing on my head, whatever. This is me. This is how I come. I know I love people. I know I'm kind. I know I'm doing my best. If I hurt you, I ain't mean to. I'm sorry. Right. But this is me. So when I go to work with my bracelets, that's me. Effectiveness or professionalism is effectiveness. So like Jim Carrey said, depression, the body's saying, fuck all of that. Right. Just rest. Rest like the beautiful angel that you are, like the my phone died earlier, so it's back. But as this thing continue, if you watch this video, rest. You gotta rest, darling. You gotta rest.
In opposition to what their religious elders taught them, hated and crucified me, since I was robbing them of their exalted positions as personal henchmen of the Almighty.
I'm not this way.
For fear of reprisals after my death, the disciples did not break entirely.
My thing is acting up. I said or I'm sad. Are you sad? Are you KP? What's going on, KP? Write more. Tell me something. Let's put my phone right here.
Like the Jewish priests before them, the Roman priests dressed in costly vestments and used silver and gold.
How do you even do this? Rotation is locked. Let me see.
In the time of Paul,
how you rotate the phone?
He was a simple message of salvation by my death on the cross, which was not the message I brought to my countrymen in Palestine.
Rotation. I don't know. How do you rotate the phone?
What shameful cowardice. Yet Paul also performed a great service to humanity, since he's in all races equally.
I don't know how to do this. Okay. That's it. Let's see how that works. KP, are you sad? Did you say you're sad? Is that what you said?
Some Jewish traditionalists will reject my words again. The second time of coming, they will resent.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this phone. I don't know how to turn this around.
Of sacrificing animals to please God and obtain forgiveness of sins. No matter what their objections may be, the historical fact remains that the temple was a place for offering burnt sacrifices, and the smell thereof hung over Jerusalem. And all the while I knew that the whole edifice of the temple was dedicated to a myth.
Yeah, I do that.
A rationalization of what men's minds
so I'm dehydrating this. I'm gonna turn it into lasagna. KP, what did you say? Are you sad? Or what's sad?
And continue obedience to a worthless tradition.
I'm gonna find out. Text you to find out.
Which was entirely unnecessary. I was there at times. My amusement had a spark of music from my heart, and I pointed out to the Pharisees the same kind of analytical mockery of their personal health, their ostentatious clothing and their laws, as they applied to me in my teaching. He's a fool, I said, and I'll ridiculed my